The only reason it's hard is because there are people that don't want to make the sacrifice. That's what it is. It's hard because habits are hard to break. It's hard because you're trained so much to just do things that are so economically self-destructive. Like it was no secret for me to lose weight. I just had to stop eating Twizzlers and take my fat ass to the gym. It wasn't, I didn't need a complex diet. I didn't need some, health, I didn't need nutritionists and health scientists around me. I didn't need to go to the Mayo Clinic and have them do a body scan to tell me how fat I was. I didn't need to sort of be analyzed like the Bionic Man. I just needed to take my fat ass to the gym. You know what I did? It was real easy. In fact, I called it my anti-Roland Martin protocol where I said if I just do these two things, I won't look like Roland Martin. So I would go and I would run 3 miles every 2 days, and I would make sure I finished the 3 miles, even if I wasn't running. Sometimes I would walk most of the way. So I would do the 3 miles, and I would say, okay, boys, if you do these 3 miles, you won't wake up and look like Roland Martin. And then the other thing is I started lifting weights. See y'all that's yeah, see y'all breaking the petty out of me. I'm see here I am revealing myself. Just so y'all know, Roland Martin has hated me since 2011. I was in London and we had a back and forth on text, and he was texting me, and I felt like I was arguing with my wife because he sends these text messages that are like 20 paragraphs long, and I'm like, how your chubby little thumbs text all that? And like this was back when you really had to text. You couldn't talk in text. No, you had to really. I was like, man, how do you do that? So he would write 1,000-page dissertation, and I would just say, okay, like I get it, and I think he got mad at me for that. So yeah, so if you see Roland, tell him I'm sorry. But then again, sorry, not sorry, because I just made jokes about how chubby. You know he need to go to the gym. But anyway, my point is to say that, and I'm gonna stop being petty, I promise. That's the petty voice. So the point is to say that losing weight was not hard. It wasn't a mystery. It was slightly modifying my diet and going to the gym every couple of days. And then when I did that consistently, I learned a basic lesson in life, and this is important to never forget. You are what you do. You become what you do regularly. Whatever you do regularly is what you will become. If you invest regularly, you will become wealthy. If you spend regularly, you will become broke. If you work out regularly, you will become physically fit and in shape. You will look amazing. If you eat cookies and candy bars regularly without working out, then you're going to become overweight, diabetic, or whatever, right? So the question to ask yourself every day is what do I do regularly? And those actions that define me, what are those day-to-day actions? Everybody, it's not what you are doesn't matter to me as much as what you are becoming. Just like the stock market is actually valued in the same way. Companies are not valued based on what they are. They're not valued based on how much money they have. They're not valued based on how much money they've made. The bigger part of a company's valuation is how much money they're expected to make in the future, where they're going in the future. A company can release their earnings report and they could say, hey, you expected us to make this much money, but we made more than expected. And the market's like, hooray. And the stock price will go up because the stock market votes based on money. It tells you if they like or didn't like the information that you released. But then let's say that you come back and the CEO says, yeah, even though we made this money, we don't think we're going to make this kind of money going forward. Then the market goes, oh, boo. And then the stock price will drop right back down. And so this is one. So life is kind of the same way. You are a share of stock in your own life.